Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Tyler, and this is my tabletop. Today we're going to be painting another giant for my Sons of Bahamut army. This is a different sculpt, but also from Duncan Shadow. So the paints we're going to be using are Citadel Wraithbone, Basilicanum Gray, Storm Vermin Fur, Gorthor Brown, Skeleton Horde, Dark Oath Flesh, Flayed One Flesh, Dawnstone, Jacaro Orange, Griffhound Orange, Corn Red, Flesh Terrors Red, Balthazar Gold, Agrax Earthshade, Nahalic Oxide, Vallejo's White, Black, and Royal Blue, an Army Painter Pure Red, Weapon Bronze, and then MSP Carrot Top Red. So just like the other two giants, this is done over a gray base, a gray primer. The pants and skin are getting Wraithbone first. The pants are going to wind up as a gray, and then the skin is Caucasian, pale. So everything's going to get a Wraithbone except for like the armor and the rock. The armor, the rock, and the belt are the only things that are not going to get Wraithbone. So we're going to start off, just hit the whole thing. Then we're going to go through and put our contrast paints on, first set of our contrast paints. Like always, I try to paint from the inside out. It's just easier that way. So we're going to put Dark Oath Flesh on the skin, all of the skin, and then the pants are going to get Basilicanum Gray. From there, we'll dry brush and start working on the other colors, but I'm going to speed up and listen to some music while we get through those first few steps. Okay, so now we are going to dry brush. We're going to hit the skin with Flayed One Flesh, just like we did on the first mini. And then the pants are going to get a dry brush of Dawnstone. So that is a pretty mute gray. Um, Basically, going to wind up with pants that are gray. That is the general plan. And then we're going to start working on the other stuff. We're going to put a contrast paint on the cloth. So the cloth that isn't the belt. That stuff's going to get a skeleton horde contrast paint. As usual, that's what I've been putting on all of the small bits of cloth to give it that dirty look. After that, we're going to start working on some of the more detailed parts. I'm going to do the open mouth and the belt. They're going to start off with the same color combination, so we're going to put corn red in the mouth and on the belt, which also has the loincloth panel. There's a lot more red to do on the pants this time, but we'll hit that as well. What else? Then we're going to hit the hair with Jacaro Orange. I want him to have, he's going to be a redhead. So I've got some Jacaro Orange that we're going to use as the base coat for the hair. And that'll cover us for a little while, a couple minutes worth of work. But I will catch up to you guys in a couple of minutes. Okay, so we also, after the hair, we painted the rock with Dawnstone, and then we hit the wood on, so one of the armor panels is wood and the other is wooden cloth and the other is metal. So we hit the wood on the cloth one with Gorthor Brown, and then I'm doing bronze for the armor, so we did Balthazar Gold. Now I'm going back, circle back, and hit the reds. So the mouth and the belt is getting hit with Flesh Tearers red, just like the last time. Then we're going to go into, we're going to put contrast paint on the hair. We've got Griphound Orange to put on that. And then we're going to basically hit everything else. Everything that's been base coated that didn't have its own contrast color is going to get Agrax Earthshade. That's the rock, the wood plates in the armor, uh, the metal part, the metal armor is getting Agrax Earthshade. If I have a contrast paint for a particular color, that gets used, but if I don't, Agrax Earthshade works fine. It's a good dirty brown, works perfect. The other thing you might notice, although it's hard to tell because it's sped up, is I used 2 brushes. Well, 3. I used 3 brushes for this whole project. I had 2 chisel tip brushes, a thin one, a smaller one, and a fatter one. And then I have 1 pointed brush. It's this black-handled one. It is a number 3. Now, what I was always taught is use the biggest brush you can use comfortably. If you can use it and get what you need done, you want to use the biggest one you can because it holds more paint. And so I use the same brushes over and over again, which my number 3 is getting a little rough. It's starting to split at the end, but I'll probably replace it. Also, it is a cheap Walmart brush. Buy a little pack in their art section. And the number 3 is the one that just wound up getting used. And I can do everything that I need with it. I do the pupils and everything with this number 3. Now, yeah, if you're using us painting 28 mil bottles that are actually 28 mil, you might want to use a smaller brush, but I get by with it, no problem. So you can see here, right now, I was just painting the cloth in his hair, not a scrunchie, but his hair tie is getting Wraithbone, and then it'll get Skeleton Horde, just like the rest of the cloth. So now I am dry brushing. I've moved on to dry brushing everything that got Agrax Earth shaded. I put Carrot Top Red on the hair. I put Storm Vermin Fur on the rock. That's a dry brush. And you can just see I just dry brushed the armor with Weapon Bronze, just like before. Now, this is where the mouth and the belt deviate. I'm not putting anything else on the mouth for the red, but I am dry brushing pure red on the belt. You also saw briefly me getting the eyes and teeth ready. So I painted regular white, just flat white, on the teeth and then on the eyes. The teeth will get Skeleton Horde as well, as usual. Now I'm putting the word I can't pronounce, Nihilok oxide, the oxide paint on the armor. And here's the Skeleton Horde on the teeth and the cloth in his hair. And his eyes are going to be blue. I've got some pure blue, or some royal blue. Is it royal blue? Yes, royal blue. Vallejo royal blue. To paint the irises, and then I'll dot them with black in a minute. And I'm just going to go back over the oxide on the armor with some more weapon bronze to dull it back down. Um, and that's going to be it, really. There's not a whole lot left. Put it together. I think. I need to do the toes. Hands and toes. So for the toes, the toenails specifically, I'm going to use flayed one flesh. Just put some, just it's not dry brushed. It's just straight on, and it it doesn't overdo it. It doesn't look like the giant painted their nails for whatever reason. It just cleans it up a little bit, and then assembly. Put it together. So get to the turntable shop, and here we go. I like how it turned out. I like how all three of these giants look. I'm printing up the leader, the Mega Gargant, next, so that'll be a big one to paint. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like it, like, share, subscribe, all of that good YouTube stuff. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below. I've been Tyler. This has been my tabletop.